From the start of very first train in India on 16 April 1853, railways were a way of life during the British Raj, and a glorious history of Indian railways is handed down from there. British Indian railway companies in the early days invested heavily in India with the latest locomotives and equipment and expanded lines everywhere. It is said that the facilities available on trains in India in those days were better than even those in England. During the pre-independence period, trains stood as the silent onlookers. At this time people lived with harmony and peace, and humanity was eminent during the period which surpassed the religion-based conflicts. However, later on, these silent trains saw a totally different side. They saw the collapsing of nation during the partition of India. When the division took place, a few trains felt the desolation of separation from Peshawar, which once used to be the terminal of these trains. Let us go through some of oldest historic passenger trains still running now in India. Kauka Mail. Kauka Mail is currently the oldest running train in the history of Indian railways. It completed its 152 years of journey this year and continues to move forward. The train began its operation in 1866 as the East Indian Railway Mail with O1 up and O2 down number plates. The train was the principal mechanism by which British civil servants moved to their summer capital in Simla from Calcutta, with the entire government machinery travelling on the train at the start of the summer months and returning by it at the end of summer. Kauka Mail has also been a source of inspiration for many, including Satyajit Ray, who penned the Feluda mystery incident on the Kauka Mail. Also, in 1941, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose took the train from Gama during his great escape northward. Kauka Mail has not only been the most prestigious train of Eastern Railway but played a part of the country's history as well. Bombay-Pune Mail. Bombay-Pune Mail was a luxurious train on Mumbai-Pune section by the Great Indian Peninsula Railway. It started off its first journey in 1869. It was the first intercity train started between Mumbai and Pune. This train and the famous Deccan Queen Express used to serve Mumbai-Pune commuters for many years. This train was believed to carry royal mail and was one of the finest trains in British Empire. In the year 1907, the train operated with 7 coaches with a total weight of 240 seats for 51st, 95nd and 323rd class passengers. The restaurant car had another 32 seats. The train crew of 8 men included guard, conductor, car attendant, refreshment manager and waiters. The chairs could be turned around in order that the passengers were always looking in the travel direction. The cars had electric lighting powered by axle-driven generators. Third-class passengers did not have reserved seats. Fans were provided only in first and second class. The cars were fitted with vacuum brake and passenger alarm signal. However, the name vanished around 1971 when it became the Sahyadri Express with the same timings between Bombay and Pune. Punjab Mail. One of the oldest long-distance trains on the Indian railways. The Punjab Mail was earlier known as the Punjab Limited. It completed 106 years on June 1, 2018. Being one of the oldest trains of India, this train has bypassed all challenges and continues taking passengers from one part of the country to another. Over 100 years ago, this train was the only one helping people travel from Bombay to Peshawar. However, in 1914, the originating station was shifted to Victoria Terminus, and after the partition of India in 1947, Firozpur was declared as the train's terminus point. It used to run on fixed mail days from Bombay's Ballard Pier Mole station all the way to Peshawar, covering the 2,496 kilometers in around 47 hours. The train consisted of 6 cars, 3 for passengers, and 3 for postal goods and mail. The 3 passenger carrying cars had a capacity of 96 passengers. During the pre-partition period, the train enjoyed the credit of being the fastest train in British India. The Punjab Limited's route ran over for the large part, and passed through Itarsi, Agra, Delhi, Amritsar, and Lahore, before terminating at Peshawar Cantonment. Frontier Mail. A little more prestigious Frontier Mail is another train which has seen the era of undivided India. It is about 16 years younger than Punjab Mail. It made its debut on September 1, 1928. Soon after the closing down of Ballard Pier, it started operating from Colaba, Mumbai to Peshawar. The Times of London, in 1930, described it as one of the most famous express trains within the British Empire. Peshawar was close to the frontier of British India in those days, hence the name of the train. It used to be the fastest long-distance train in the subcontinent. Originally, it was introduced to rival the Punjab Limited. Initially, the rake had 5 coaches along with a luxury dining car cum lounge car. This train offered plush conveniences, and the passengers enjoyed access to luxurious retiring rooms at stations through its way. The passengers enjoyed the air-cooled cars from about 1934. However, after independence, it went only up to Amritsar, via Delhi, from Bombay. The train has now been renamed Golden Temple Mail. Grand Trunk Express. GT Express or the Grand Trunk Express is also one of the oldest trains of India. Initially it ran from Peshawar to Mangalore and took about 104 hours, one of the longest train routes. Later this service was changed to Lahore Metropolitan. On 1 April 1929 the Grand Trunk Express commenced operating as 2 through carriages running between Peshawar in the Northwestern Railway and Mangalore in the South Indian Railway. The 2 coaches made their way to Madras attached to the South Indian Railway's Mangalore-Madras mail train. At Itarsi, the 2 through coaches from Mangalore were attached to the Great Indian Peninsular Railway's Bombay-Delhi service. In the final leg of the journey between Delhi and Peshawar, the 2 through carriages were attached to the Frontier Mail and reached Peshawar travelling through Bathinda, Firozpur, and Lahore. As a prestigious train, it was one of the few to have the early methods of air cooling by ice blocks. It also carried a parcel van for urgent consignments. It was said that all of South India travelled to Delhi in the GT, which was the only consistent link between the capital of the nation and the Deep South for exactly a century, right from when an unbroken direct railway line was built from the north to the south by the British.